of Ring Rust Retro. This week on Ring Rust Retro, we are doing WCW Super Brawl 3 from 1993. Our buddy El Fern, Mike Chiari, that's Spanish for the Fern.
Loosely translated
to Tiger One. So what the El Fernman did, is he went on to patreon.com/ringrustradio. He said, I want the boys of Ring Rust Radio to break down one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. That's what he said. And
I don't think he said that.
That's what he said.
I hope he didn't say that.
So what he said was, check this shit. I was like, this is gold. Thank you, sir. So what we did was we took our fine-tooth combs, our critical eyes, our savvy of the business, and we analyzed Super Brawl 3.
I don't know what's going on.
You believe the stuff I'm saying, right?
Oh.
You're just saying random things.
You just put like one word and another word.
You took our Tita Tatas.
I'm the cult of personality, dude. Just you got it. Super Brawl 3. So I feel like I should take point here, but I feel like that's an incredibly bad idea.
This is supposed to be your domain.
Okay, so I'm going to take the point. Okay, fine. So Super Brawl 3, I can only have my notes, so I can't. So you guys feel free to just jump in wherever you decide to yell about.
Selfish.
It is what it is.
Worst opening ever.
No,
Start there.
No, it's the White Castle Fear.
Why is it
like
called...
they just started like randomly like here's Sting and Vader.
Yeah.
Here's a highlight of the thing that's happening.
What was the deal with that?
No, so White Castle.
I kept trying to rewind the network. It's like, why is this messing up?
No, okay.
All through the night, they would show like a 5-second clip of the White Castle Fear.
Yeah. So basically, if you watch Table for Three with DDP, Sting, and Vader, you know already what the White Castle of Fear is. We mentioned it on this show. It's an amazing, amazing segment where Sting, dressed as Mr. 80s
Terminator.
Decided if Terminator was wearing blue leather, though, it's not the same as Terminator. It's much different. If he decided to infiltrate Vader's ice lair filled with women and small people,
like sex slaves and little people.
And like it's all over a strap match, and then there was his helmet thing, and basically what this was a giant long 5-minute video that was teased and built for this pay-per-view. Well, instead of like showing you build up to it, they basically cut it into a bunch of different segments and showed you segment by segment leading up to the main event, which was cool for its time. I'm gonna give it some props here. I really like that.
You're wrong.
I like the White Castle Fear stuff. When he's in the fucking helicopter and he's looking over the mountains and he's like, "What's this about? What's going to happen?" The acting is impeccable, dude. This is why Thunder in Paradise made it for so long. Thunder in Paradise references. Write it down. It's awesome.
Super Brawl sounds like a shit SNES game ripped from Final Fight.
Dumb.
Final Fight is a great game, though.
It's clear off the bat that WCW is infinitely better than WWF in 1993. In 1993. I went to check this out, and I went to WCW's pay-per-views, and I checked them out. I went to WWF's pay-per-views and checked them out. Only one redeemable pay-per-view in WWF in 1993.
WWF was pretty terrible.
It was awful. It was all King of the Ring 1993, only redeemable pay-per-view event at all.
There's like
why? Because Yoko beat Hogan?
Oh, no, because Bret Hart fucking wrestled 3 times. Each was like 20 minutes. And he freaking wrestled Kurt Hennig, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Scott Hall.
Bro, WrestleMania 9. End of story.
That's exactly right. Exactly.
Caesar's Palace.
Even Bret Hart was sour about it. We just spoke to him. He's like, no.
That card had one good match.
Okay, the dream team you never knew you wanted, Jesse Ventura and Tony Schiavone. And
we got to start with Bischoff ahead of them.
Hold on, no, and the team you wish you never knew, Eric Bischoff, Missy Hyatt, and Johnny B. Bad.
Dude, Johnny B. Bad's music, though?
No, it's incredible. It's so offensive. Is Johnny B. Bad, hold on, is Mark Mero
Little Richard?
Who is Johnny B. Bad in real life?
It's Mark
Mero.
So he's a white dude in blackface, essentially, here. This is extremely offensive. No. Extremely.
I wouldn't say he's a white dude.
He's whitish. Yeah, I would say that.
That's ridiculous.
Let's not do this.
Yeah. But I'm just saying he's essentially being Little Richard here, and it's
I'm not going to speculate on his race. I'll say that.
Okay, fine. But I'm not speculating either. I'm saying with my eyes, I see that he's obviously, whatever. He just hits the tanning salon really, really hard. But yes, so which one do you want to speak to first?
Eric Bischoff, he's a garbage announcer. That's like ridiculous. He reminds me very much so of Donnie, just yelling for no reason. That's like his go-to move. But then I have to pose a question because Johnny B. Bad, he shows up for this first segment and he's like, Davey Boy Smith is here. That's literally all he says. He also says some bad pun, and then he does this throughout the rest of the night. And I have to ask, what is the worst Mark Miro moment? This whole thing or Boxing Butter being at In Your House DX?
BG loved that. BG loved
that. I liked it.
That's
as bad as that boxing match was. It's this.
It's this. This is by far the worst thing in the world. And it's when Missy Hyatt is better than you, you've got nowhere left to go.
I didn't realize she was this bad.
She was just her. Okay, we'll get to her.
We'll get to that later.
Okay, hold on. My comment about Eric Bischoff. How did this guy get to run WCW? Per every legend who's ever stepped foot in that business.
Dude, it's like if Tom Phillips just all of a sudden ran WWF.
It's just like that.
But Tom Phillips would be better, I feel like.
Yeah. It's like if Tom Phillips did that, but he didn't know any wrestling. It's like if that random. What the hell is his name? What was the old like you got her head patted on by Dana Brooke who got fired?
Oh, it's like if Devin Taylor.
It's like, yes! It's like her charisma just gets her a job owning WCW. But
I don't think she had charisma.
She knows how to sell herself.
She's like, listen, I got this idea. It's the Bullet Club. We'll do it in America different, though. Okay. And let's talk about Jesse Ventura and Tony Schiavone. Amazing on the fight together.
Half of
that.
No, it's awesome. What is your problem? Say your problem.
Jesse Ventura is amazing, and Tony Schiavone always sucked.
I disagree. Right. I thought Tony Schiavone as a play-by-play guy was awesome. Always.
It was always horrific.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
This is the greatest night in the history of our sport.
He's excited!
Let's talk about this fucking circus ring that they have here. Like, come on, have some respect. Fucking blue, yellow, there's all these colors going on in the fucking ring.
That's fine.
Horrible.
No, I like it. I always thought that...
Class.
World class? You know what I mean? No,
they didn't have it.
That's WCCW. So Max Payne... hold on. Mm-hmm. Did you have something else about Jesse Ventura, Mike Urey? Until later?
Yeah. He went with the classic Damien Demento haircut in the snakeskin vest. And I feel like that wasn't even an acceptable look in 93.
No! But if you go back to his wrestling career, you know he didn't give a fuck about how he looked. He was just,
right, but I mean, he never went Demento with it.
Okay, but he had to change with the times. It was early 90s. It was a grunge age. You don't understand. You were like -7.
That didn't look grunge at all.
Max Payne out to Mountain Rock the house. You get it? With the national anthem. Do you get it?
Do you get it?
Why is Donnie playing the national anthem?
The crowd is so confused at this.
It wasn't the worst guitar rendition of the national anthem ever, but it was pretty fucking close. It wasn't that good. Sorry. You thought I was going to compliment it? No. Max Payne to Mountain Rock. Do you get it, Mike Yoy?
Oh, I get it. He was better as Man Mountain Rock.
He was never good.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with PG on this one.
He had a WWF guitar. Case closed.
Okay, let's go into the first match because you need content now. The Hollywood Blondes defeat Eric Watts. That's right, you heard that correct. The legend, Eric Watts, and Marcus,
legend.
Rookie Bagwell.
From the show.
Yeah.
From the show.
2.
I said, oh my God, the talent in the Hollywood Blondes is so fucking obvious. The whole thing, they're just so good.
Mm-hmm.
They're really so good. And you know what?
I was going to say, like, I've never seen a bigger talent disparity between two tag teams in America.
I like Bagwell.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He was all right in this match.
We'll get to that in a second.
He fucking outshined Eric Watts in a big way.
Ventura just only calling him a glorified rookie the whole time.
Yeah, they're like, look at this redneck rookie. That's what they said about Buff Bagwell.
Speaking of, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, WCW Magazine Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
That's what his announcement is. Like,
Eric Watts.
He may never make the Hall of Fame, but he'll always have that.
Donnie, before the match even started, though, the ring announcer couldn't sound any less bored.
It's true.
He had no desire to be there.
Because he hates Eric Watts, and I do too.
Maybe.
And I wrote, is this Colt Cabana in the crowd or Matt Hardy? Because they look the exact friggin' same.
Who's
Matt Hardy? We went over this.
I think it's Colt Cabana. I'm almost.
No, it's not. Matt Hardy said it was him.
Then Matt Hardy looked exactly like Colt Cabana in 1993.
He looks somewhat similar, but like you could.
It's uncanny. They're the same guy. Gotta go back in time. All right, I got a Back to the Future Smarks comment, BG. Eric Watts only has his job because of who his dad is. Hit the weights and get a clue.
That you?
That's me. That's right.
I feel like it's true though, because how disappointed
it was
Bill
always
Watts
true.
been?
Who's more disappointed father, Bill Watts with Eric or Rick with either?
David Flair.
Whoa.
What? I mean, what? Both pretty disappointed.
If Urkel wrestled, his trunks would be the same as Eric Watts.
Eric Watts is somewhere listening to this. Like, these guys are the worst. Is he alive? I don't even know, and didn't even care to research it.
I actually did. I didn't realize he was in wrestling for so long.
He was Techno Team 2000 or whatever in WWF.
I remember him in TNA. Not that good. Jeez.
Ventura during this match with the best line ever. Kids at home, just take the easy way out.
Yes. My comment here is Jesse Ventura is awesome. Tony Schiavone is the fucking worst.
I agree with everything that was just said. What Ventura said, what BG said.
The classic call timeout spot.
Yes.
Brian Pillman, who is Doug Odd, if you don't know kids like Mike Chiari, look it up. A well-worked match.
Cute.
You could totally see Stone Cold inside stunning Steve Austin. They just had to figure out how to get it out of him. It was there.
And they didn't.
No, they did.
They didn't come close.
They didn't, and then he destroyed them entire business.
No, truly, who figured it out for him? Who helped him figure it out, I should say? It was ECW and Paul Heyman. Very much. Next line. But no.
Okay, I got a line.
Go ahead.
I got a line. Jesse Ventura asked why the fans boo every time Watts gets tagged in, right? And then Schiavone goes, "Are you sure it's boo or is it ooh?" No, it's fucking boo.
You could hear. Goes back to the first. We can trace it. This is the first time somebody got in somebody's ear on the announce team. It was Bill Watts. He's like, "Put over the kid. Put over the kid." Vince, is that you? No, 10 years too soon. Okay. Did you have something to say? About?
There's a lot of classic heel.
New Age Outlaws or something.
There's a lot of classic heel tactics in this. The best part though was clearly Brian Pillman pulling a road dog. Imagine Donnie if wrestlers did that today.
That's you even saying that makes you sad in the inside. And I'm so happy about that. You're like, Pillman pulled a road dog. I'm just kidding.
Legends.
So.
No, they're not. Pillman is on another level. Fucking road. It's the Who Age Outlaws. That's exactly what I just said.
No.
So any other comments on this match? My God, how much better are the Hollywood Blondes than stupid Eric Watts?
Yeah, it's a good thing they were in this match. I'll say that.
Austin goes over to Pillman and they double high five each other. Just while they throw other guys out of the ring. It's fucking amazing.
They're awesome. They were really, really cool together.
I enjoyed this match.
I enjoyed quarters of it.
No.
I enjoyed watching the Hollywood Blondes.
I'll get
back
half
and then a little bit
of
the third
Bagwell's a friend, so I'll give it to him.
Yeah, I like Bagwell.
Ric Flair arrives with security and a limousine and fucking fine shoes and fantastic clothes and beautiful hair. And my God, was he cool. He reminds me of me.
Shut up.
Nope.
Fucking idiot.
Nope. Okay, so and then we go on to this is where
hold on.
Missy Hyatt thing.
Missy Hyatt going to get the, and I quote, first ever interview with Flair, and then is immediately stopped and groped by the police officers.
Yeah, they were feeling her up big time, but
the best part of this whole thing,
didn't hate it.
Flair comes out and just screams "woo" at the camera. That's it. No, nothing.
It's basically, can we have a comment? And he's like, "Woo!" And that's it. That's my fucking comment.
They also showed the first part of the White Castle of Fear promo, and in it, Vader's going, "Stinger."
He did, but
he's Doc.
He is, and he's sitting there and he's doing his hand V's that he always did, that I hated as a kid because it was Star Trek-ish. And I was like, "Oh, stop doing that, dude! I hate that."
Dude, it stands for Vader.
I get it. I do. Cold Scorpio defeated Chris Benoit. My God, we've got
Chris Benoit?
That's
what Gary Michael Capetta called him.
The best part is Bill Watts is in the back saying, like, "I wish it was Ben Watts." That was my kid.
That's what he named his next kid, Ben Watt.
Benoit's mullet.
This was Benoit's first WCW pay-per-view. Too Cold. If you thought Too Cold's dancing was just for show, no, he's the shit at dancing. And Schiavone is clearly so jealous that he can't dance like that. And Ventura's like, "What's wrong, Schiavone?"
Schiavone or Schiavone?
Schiavone? I say them both. I'll say both throughout, so it doesn't matter. You know who I'm talking about. But Ventura leans over and he's like, "You jealous, bitch?" And he's like, "Yeah, a little." It's really good. Schiavone.
About Benoit's mullet in his pants.
Yes,
What
he had,
was he thinking?
Hold on.
He was looking like a poor man Bret Hart, is what I thought.
What were those?
With his leather, his long wet hair.
What were those 80s pants that
Zubas?
So I feel like they were skin tight Zubas.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean,
well, they have those now, I think. So yeah.
I'm sure
you set the trend.
I'm sure you're wearing yoga pants right now, Mike. You're right.
Yeah, all the time.
You're like a hug to my body.
I have a good quote from Ventura.
No, I want to say. Okay, I'll let you say it.
Yeah, we all know what this is.
Yep.
You want to take it, Donnie?
Well, no, because I don't have the exact quote. I just have it, or as I say, I just have it verbatim.
Benoit has more of the killer instinct in him.
Yes.
Oh shit.
I wrote this is so true. I bet you if Schiavone and
that's a new one.
Ventura look back at this, they'd be like haunted by their words here.
Probably. That's why we have
there
to do it
was
for
also a
them.
sign that said Benoit is the Canadian bad boy with 2 D's in bad.
That's
pretty bad. I agree.
That's how I got the idea. We're spoiled here. My God. Bad Blood 97 actually spoiled at SuperBrawl 93.
That's where they got it from.
That's where they got it from. Vince spit out his drink. He's like, "What was that? 2 D's? D's
Vince,
nuts."
Vince.
And that's what
Vince.
Pat Patterson said. D's nuts, or whatever he says in this line. Okay, so this is a great example of how a timed match can be awesome. It was they tell you right off the bat, time limit. Here it is. It's good fun. Technical match. They're reversing things. They're working together. They're bridging out of things. They're really working together well. These two guys had some really good chemistry. The crowd was into it, but once they started saying like 5 minutes left, and they started saying like, "Oh shit, the time's running out," the fucking crowd picks up, and by the time we're at that last like 30 to 30 seconds, they're fucking on their feet going ape shit for the finish.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They did it perfectly. It was almost like you didn't even see a finish coming, because it was like they were just kind of like standing there like with a couple seconds left, and all of a sudden like they pull out the pinning combination. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
This was easily the best match on the card. It wasn't even close with anything else.
I liked another match for different reasons, but
I have another quote from Ventura. Goes, this is only the second match. We've got 6 more to go. Schiavone goes, "The man can count." And Ventura goes, "When you get a paycheck like mine, you better learn how to count." Once again, Schiavone owned.
From that quote, to be honest with you, though, that quote probably got Ventura owned by Hulk Hogan's burial hand.
Well, he talked about that when we had on.
Sure did talk about that, so let's be honest with ourselves. All the things that Ventura was saying probably pissed some people off, including one stupid idiot named Hogan.
Scoop.
Wasn't there yet.
Well, something Schiavone said to Ventura that pissed him off. He was calling Benoit and Cold Scorpio athletes instead of wrestlers.
Yes.
Ventura took great umbrage to this for some reason.
He did. He was pissed.
He was so mad.
Ventura was on point though. There's my favorite part of this match is they did the belly to the back suplex on the top rope, and Benoit also quote unquote hurts himself. And Ventura explains to the viewers why he hurt himself, because he didn't tuck his neck, and why he couldn't make a cover, which you don't hear that today of why guys aren't making covers after a big move.
Must be nice.
That was also probably a concussion, by the way.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yep.
And Cold Scorpio, he had a scorpion on his tights. If Sting was like John Cena, that would not have flown. At all.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But he let him go because
I think in terms of burials.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Sting didn't bury many people the way that Sting is different from Cena in that way. That he didn't fucking hurt other people's careers for the most part. For the most part, I'll say he's not.
I can't think of too many that he did.
Vampiro didn't go very well.
Well, I don't know if that was Sting's fault.
I know, but
really make.
I know, but we whatever.
Sting, he made Hollywood Hulk Hogan that young.
That young hot upstart
prospect,
54-year-old. Time matches in WWE, please. I see it in New Japan right now. They do a lot of timed matches. It's an easy way to get out of having a guy. We always bitch about trading finishes and how Ziggler will get pinned and then Owens will get pinned and they just trade wins. And this is a good way to avoid getting a fucking pin on somebody. And even if you do get a pin, Too Cold Scorpio, Chris Benoit did not look awful taking this pin. Too Cold looked like he stole the fuck out of it. And it was like, oh shit! And Benoit was like, fuck! And this really worked. This was
10 or 15 minute time limit matches on Raw, on SmackDown, and then because we always complain oh, Jericho and Styles have already faced each other a bunch of times, or Owens and Ambrose faced each other a bunch of times, and even if you still book it that way, if you do time limit draws, then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. I don't know why they wouldn't do it.
Yeah. It's a good booking technique that they've really abandoned, and it doesn't make a lick of sense. Stupid. I said so much Max Payne guitar segments here. My God, this guy is he's like, let me cut a promo with my guitar.
This guy was like the 1993 version of Elias Sampson, so I assume you loved him. Right?
No, not at all.
No?
Definitely
so you must hate Elias Sampson because they're the same.
You're like, this dude's my idol. I'm going to grow up to look just like him.
Except for when he gets to the ring and he looks like he's wearing something my mom worked out in like 880s.
I said here, 2 segments in, I'm pretty sure this is more Max Payne than I've ever seen before.
Or ever cared to see.
I didn't care to see it to begin with.
Fucking unbelievable, dude. They're like, let's strap this rocket to this Max Payne guy.
Why was he in 3 different
Push him
segments?
to the moon.
Max Moon?
Didn't work. No, we'll get to that.
Max Moon was better.
Okay, next match. Any other comments from Moon?
No.
Okay. Davey Boy Smith defeated Bill Irwin.
Oh my God, this took forever.
The Goon?
The Goon.
That's where it was at.
That was where it's at. Not his WCCW run against the Von Erichs or with the Von Erichs. It was the stuff as the Goon. Holy British Bulldog pop. First WCW appearance.
Justified.
El Fern has a good taste here because this was a really cool moment because he came out and fucking had huge pop. And then it was a nothing match and fucking Bill Irwin got it too much offense in here.
Yeah, it went so long. Should have been a squash match.
It should have been. I loved British Bulldog as a kid very, very much. Rest in peace.
Me too.
Poor British.
Oh, you were about to talk shit on WCW and your fucking mic cut.
To 6,500 at the Mecca.
No, your mic cut out.
Asheville Civic Center in a few months.
Oh, God. Your fucking mic sucks, dude. Everybody missed everything you just said because you were just being ignorant to us.
I'm going to say it again.
Go ahead, say it again.
Please do.
Loud
We didn't
and
hear
clear.
anything.
Yeah.
British Bulldog goes from wrestling in front of 80,000 at Wembley Stadium to 6,500 at the Mecca, Asheville Civic Center in a matter of a few months.
Okay, well.
That's fair.
That's sad. The wrestling the Goon.
I have a good quote.
Why was he there, Mike Chiari?
Ooh, don't go there.
Yeah, exactly. So take.
Well, we don't want to talk about that.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it. He was fired from WWE. I know why he was fired. There was some. There was
performance enhancing drugs. There you go.
Yeah. So you better watch your fucking mouth. It wasn't fucking his choice.
And we are gonna get to that.
Was his choice.
So Ventura says that the Bulldog works out with Mick Jagger. Giovanni goes, I know that's wrong.
His best line of the night.
Ventura also called Bulldog a Rastafarian.
Because his dreadlocks.
Yeah,
he's
like,
Shivani,
there's more to being a Rastafarian.
Yeah, Shivani get cornrows.
He's like, Shivani, you like them? Huh? You like that? Huh? You get what I'm saying? Shivani's like, no. Okay, what else? Any other comments about this match before I go on?
Well, yeah, I got a comment about the interview after.
I do too. That's what I meant.
I have a quote. Bulldog said he's in WCW for one reason. Is it because he got fired? No, that's not why. It's so he can become the, and I quote, World Championship Heavyweight Champion of the world.
So hold on.
I believe it.
So wait a minute. That's where
the addiction.
That's where the addiction got it from. They were watching this pay-per-view and they're like, God, we should be like him. We should mock him for this.
Friends of the show.
World champions of the world.
No, World Championship Heavyweight.
Okay, that's even better.
He becomes the title.
He does. That's such a metaphysical comment. Like that's such a spiritual thing, BJ. You just hit me on such a deep level.
Yeah.
I have
an Animorph,
see into
but
your
with
soul.
a belt.
You're just so simple. Johnny B. Bad is the worst.
Oh, are they the best?
Okay. He cuts a horrible promo here, and I said, at least he's not from Buffalo, my God. He's from...
Bro, we all the WCW stars of then, like Lex Luger.
I like how you're counting Mark Merrow,
Johnny B. Bad. We produced
Johnny B. Bad as two different guys. You're like, we got all the stars. Mark Merrow, Johnny B. Bad. Wait, what did he have another alter ego?
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, wiki that for me, because I would have said that right there if I had that.
No, that's it.
Okay, fine. That's all you get.
Wow.
Okay, next match here is Cactus Jack against Paul Orndorff.
Here we go.
On paper, I said this is probably going to suck because
I was like, this is so weird.
Paul Orndorff is not anything hardcore at all. When you think of that, that's not what your brain tells you to think. Okay, Cactus Jack, on the other hand, is quintessential hardcore. And from there, what we got was quite a odd match, honestly, and it turned out to be my favorite match of the entire pay-per-view. When we look at ECW and the early stages of ECW when Foley got there, it was a lot of what we saw against Paul Orndorff here. This is kind of an original ECW match, just 3 or 4 years before, actually 3 years? What year did he go, 96?
To WWF, 96 he started.
Wait, no, what year did Cactus Jack go to ECW?
Oh, he was there in 95.
95. The end of 95, early 96. So this was only 2 years before that. So this was this whole hardcore match. There were, like I said, there was a shovel early on in the match.
Hold on, he chases Orndorff to the ring with a shovel.
Yeah.
That's the best way ever to start a match.
This is while Orndorff was cutting a promo, like, and he didn't say any, like, words that were actual words or made sense, so I'm positive they told him, like, go there and start yelling random words.
And he did.
He had no plan.
He nailed
until he shows up.
Nailed it.
Nailed that plan.
Where Donnie got it from.
Scoop a diddly dop, smob a ditch. Oh no, he's coming with a shovel. Orndorff was actually awesome in this setting. I was stunned. He just was beating the shit out of fucking Cactus Jack. He threw him at one point, the stuff with the guardrails where he was like throwing him on guardrails.
Suplex onto the rail. That was so cool.
There was some real.
He did like.
Good.
He flipped over it like 2 times. It was insane.
Well, then there was another one that he actually suplexed him onto the guardrail.
Yeah.
So I have another Back to the Future Smarks comment. Who is this fat guy coming out? Cactus who? I'm not calling Jack fat. I'm just saying people thought out loud, who is this fat guy when he came out? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Signed Vince Russo in 1993.
I'm not freaking saying he's Haystack's freaking Calhoun.
But he's close. But he put him in a battle royal. He ain't getting thrown out.
Thrown.
I like it.
Thrown.
Yes. So this was a weird matchup on paper, but the dichotomy really worked. These men clicked. I love this matchup, guys. I'm sure you've probably never seen this.
I've never seen this. I know Paul Orndorff had such a mean streak. He was also ripped. Donnie, you would have said that Cactus Jack was being buried by this match.
He won the match.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, well.
He got his ass
spot?
beat the whole match.
Hold on a minute. I would like to introduce you to Mick Foley.
Because I'm saying you would have said back then that he was being buried.
No, probably.
Maybe.
Actually, yeah, like throughout the Attitude Era, like more accurately, I think you would have.
Hold on, in WWF, I would have been like, he was buried for a lot of that.
He only had the title for a week.
Yeah, Kane with one night title reign, I would have lost my shit.
Well, we all would have.
Yeah, well, no, because I was Austin Marks. I was like sad when he lost the title to Kane, and then pumped when he won it back.
The next day in class after Austin lost, your head was down, and you're like,
it was. Oh. I just kept shaking my head. Poor Stone Cold.
Poor Rikishi.
Okay, go ahead.
The ref looks like Rob Schneider.
Okay, I do agree with that. Actually, I thought of that later on, but yes, he did, and I forget his name.
He doesn't have one.
Was it Nick Patrick in this match? Or
No.
Okay, I forgot to talk about Nick Patrick, but he has the worst count in the world.
Yes. Was that him lying down? Literally lying down?
He lays down on his side and then does this really short arm count thing.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you,
it always make me mad even when I was younger.
Now, infinitely better than fucking anything a Hebner has ever done. So
that is true.
Probably.
Because I just judge them on the Hebner scale, and if they're better, they're just fine with me.
That is true.
In this match, we got to talk about the Cactus Jack spot where he tries to do the sunset flip from the second rope to the exposed floor. He overshoots Orndorff and just lands straight on his back, and then Orndorff has to just kind of back up and fall over him to make it look like.
And fucking, you can tell that it hurt.
That hit her bad,
dude.
Yeah,
because he landed on concrete.
Yep.
And I know there's padding, and it's only an inch of padding. Dude, whatever. It's fucking concrete, and 300-pound Mick Foley back first on fucking concrete from the fucking apron. Ugh.
And also in this match, the ref, he made Paul Orndorff stop holding the rope for leverage.
What was that about?
In a figure 4. It's false count anywhere.
I know. I don't get it.
And Ventura was like, he doesn't have to let it go, and then Orndorff lets it go.
Exactly.
Orndorff should have been like, "Fuck you, man."
Yeah, that was. I was waiting for it.
What are they gonna do? DQ him?
I think Paul Orndorff was like,
probably.
I trust in you, dude. And he's like,
honestly,
trust you to guide me, Rob Schneider.
Hey, whatever stupid words he said. I don't even know.
You can do it. You can do that.
You can't do that. Perfect. That's so dumb.
And actually, maybe he would have gotten DQ'd because, we'll learn later, there's 90 different types of rules for WCW in 1993.
Here's what you don't know. This was a pure hardcore match. This was where Ring of Honor got the idea from. So there's no rope break. I mean,
this was a fight without honor.
That's what it is. I mean, there's some rules.
Yeah, this is the match that they got it from.
Perfect. Any other comments about this? This was really good. This was my favorite match.
Enjoyable. I liked it.
This was your favorite match?
This was my favorite match of the night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you.
I like through and through. I love it.
Yeah, the main event was better than this.
It was my number 3.
Yeah, this is my number 3, too.
This is my number 1. I enjoyed this the most.
Liar.
I don't know why you would say that. I like Paul Orndorff a lot. I like fucking Cactus Jack a lot, and I didn't expect anything from this, and way exceeded my expectations. I watched this match twice, as a matter of fact, because of how fucking much I like.
I've never once heard you say you like Paul Orndorff.
We talked about WrestleMania 1 when we talked about Roddy Piper passing away. We talked about Paul Orndorff, or 3 with fucking Paul Orndorff, where they talked to him about who was he talking to? Who's Paul Orndorff talking to?
Yeah, I think that's
he's your
the
favorite.
First times you've ever seen him.
No. Oh, no. I'll tell you the truth. It's one of the first times
Mean
I've seen him lately.
Piper.
Because he was at a Hall of Fame thing or something recently. But he looks so much different now with this fucking mustache and hat. Was it Raw 1000?
It was Taylor for 3.
No, but he was on something before that too, maybe Raw 1000?
He was on WrestleMania 31. In the backstage.
Oh, maybe that was...
Or was it 30? It might have been 30, because it was them reenacting WrestleMania 1. It was him, Hogan, Piper,
right.
Pat Patterson.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, see? So
Tricky.
shut up. Okay, let's go on to down match. This was the Women's Championship match. The Rock and Roll Express defeated the Heavenly Bodies. Here's some notes. I never realized just how ugly the Rock and Roll Express were.
I did.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I should be the third man.
Yeah.
Those mullets, the hair game in this match.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Not a fan.
It was 80s out. For the record, though, the Rock and Roll Express is infinitely better than the Rockers.
That's fucking hilarious.
No, that is not true.
You're right. Marty Jannetty was the better rocker. Convoluted ending, and this match was 2 stars out of 5. Me and Melts.
Go ahead.
Well, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, they were looking old as hell in this match, were they not?
They looked awful.
This was 1993, and they still wrestle sometimes now. It's like Vianos.
But looking back at the Rock and Roll Express in the 80s, they were pretty high flyer, and they did a lot of really cool stuff that you could say helped change the business a little bit.
No, they were a good tag team.
Yeah. Not in 93, but
they were ugly.
Here was not good at all. These fucking idiots doing the Divas arm swing bullshit.
Good spot.
They took this match really, really seriously, though.
Yeah, Jim Cornette calling a timeout with his racket. I hope they know that you only get 3 timeouts for each half.
If his knees only knew what was going to happen later on.
The thing about the Rock and Roll Express and the Heavenly Bodies, they wrestle each other in like every promotion because they did it in WCW, they did it in Smoky Mountain. Like Cornette was like obsessed with this rivalry.
Yeah.
I think.
He thought this was money, and yet he hates Lucha Underground. So fuck you, Jim Cornette.
Whoa! No saying fuck you to front of the show, Jim Cornette. That's mean.
No, fuck you, Jim Cornette. I'll have you back on, and I'll.
He wasn't even feeling well when he did our show.
Yeah.
Or his wife.
Was he not feeling well when he told me Lucha sucked or whatever line?
Maybe because it's like JBL always says, like when Mike Cole's like, "Oh, you lost to Rey Mysterio in 10 seconds." He was sick.
I'm under the weather, Michael.
Yeah, the sniff.
Any other comments before we can go away from this forever?
After the match, Ventura says, "This is the most jam-packed card I've ever seen, and we still have 3 or 4 matches left to go."
It's just a guesstimate.
So much for knowing how to count.
He lost track.
It's a guesstimate. Stop making him feel bad.
End of the show.
Oh, here we go.
Do we have to move on because it gets worse?
Oh, it gets worse and then it gets better, so it's okay. Dustin
and then a little bit better.
Dustin Rhodes
defeated
Max Payne by disqualification. You know, Max Payne, the guy they've been pushing all night with the guitar. This match never clicked at all is the understatement of the century. I'm not blaming Max Payne, but it was all Max Payne's fault. Okay, Dustin was
I'm
fine.
blaming Max Payne.
Dustin was fine. This was nothing. WWF creating Goldust was the one thing they did correctly.
This was like 10 minutes longer than it should have been, which it was absolutely horrible.
It's only 11 minutes long, too, by the way.
Max Payne was looking like fuck. Yeah, exactly. I know. That's the point. Max Payne was looking like a cross between Donnie and Bull Dempsey in this match.
What made him think that wearing like ankle weights and like he looked like? Do you remember Susan Summers when she would do the workouts like 90s?
That's an insult to Susan Summers, though.
No, I'm saying the outfit.
That's the look he was going for.
Yeah, believe me.
Richard Simmons.
No, Richard Simmons looks infinitely better than Max Payne. That's it. That's all. I have nothing left here to give.
Hey, can you do a cover of Dustin's theme song, Donnie?
No.
Well,
I won't. I will never watch this match ever again.
Dude, there was like 5 arm bars and 3 sleepers in this fucking match.
Dude, you guys bitch at me about fucking Bray Wyatt rest holds and talk to me about Max Payne rest holds.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt learned from this match.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt
watches Max Payne tapes.
And you wonder why we don't like Bray Wyatt. You just
Bray Wyatt's infinitely better than that. No, you guys, because it's what you would say. That's completely incorrect. Max Payne rest holds are way, way worse than anything Bray Wyatt's ever done. Max Payne's literally laying stomach down.
That's your benchmark now?
No, I'm just what we're talking about right now at this moment.
Bray Wyatt needs to bill himself from the state of euphoria, like Max Payne.
He's come out, he's like, ladies and gentlemen, here's my banjo playing for y'all. And like he just plays banjo instead of like.
I would rather have seen the guitar solo in this match.
Better.
This should have been a Dustin Rhodes. He just it should have been like Chikara where he plays the guitar and it like makes Dustin Rhodes do things. You know what I mean? Like the snake charmer does in Chikara.
Dude, Dustin Rhodes trying to pretend he's Hulk Hogan, the fucking yellow and red.
Hey man, Hogan wasn't there.
Rhodesmania.
Hogan should have boycotted this.
Hogan comes back and he's like, "Yo, brother, the yellow and red attack is back, and that means you got to lose the gear."
I'm sure that happened.
Then Goldust. Then we got Goldust.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Hulk Hogan, for creating Goldust.
Oh, don't do that.
This match, it was wrestled under WCW rules. Like they had to announce it ahead of time. Like
as opposed to garbage water rules, which was.
Well, I was like, what were the other matches' rules? Like they never even told me. And apparently in WCW rules, you couldn't knee someone in the throat from the top rope, which is a super specific rule.
It happened one time to Bill Watson. He's like, I can't have it under my watch. That's his line. Actually, who was running the territory in '93, Mike Chiari?
Watts was there in '93 still. Not long. He left not long after.
What year was Hurd there? That was earlier in this?
I want to say Hurd was before.
Yeah. All right. That we missed the what was the bells? What was the ding dongs?
The ding dongs.
We missed the Ding Dongs. Damn it!
And he wanted to make Harlem Heat slaves. He was
That's
brilliant.
right. With what's his name?
Yikes.
Colonel something.
Yeah.
And the guy he was with was a white guy who looked like the KFC guy. It was. I'm not even Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel Robert Parker.
Robert Parker. There it is. See, it's all real. It's all real stuff. Horrible WCW moments. F you. Heard.
They're all pretty terrible. Don't worry, Donnie.
Everything in '93 really was. Looking back, Barry Windham defeated the Great Muta, and I got some things to say here.
Yawn.
Ric Flair is
Wait. Yeah, there was a promo before this match with Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair. He cuts an amazing promo. Flair and Ventura together are amazing. Them talking about how they've never been in the same place before at the same time is really cool, and it's a really cool moment. I'll give you one thing about this pay-per-view. A lot of really cool firsts. You had Davey Boy Smith and Benoit, and you had Ventura, and you had Ventura with Flair, and Flair coming back from WWF. So this was cool.
I have a quote.
Tony Schiavone. Okay, go ahead. And then I got one from Schiavone.
Ventura says the great thing about this is that it has an hour-long time limit, and that's what Ric Flair specializes in, the hour-long man. Flair thanks Ventura and says he always called himself the 60-minute man. Schiavone says, also the man that liked them big, the big guys.
He said big guys.
Scoop.
I didn't see that.
Doesn't sound real at all.
I didn't see that Ric Flair promo. I missed that one.
Yep.
Fatty
and then Schiavone.
I don't know what he's saying.
Schiavone said that millions of fans were watching on pay-per-view, which I think that's where Michael Cole got his math skills from.
He's just putting the product over. Kudos to him.
Millions, like 100,000 maybe.
No, this was the heyday of wrestling in 1993. Yeah, so I said that this was Flair on commentary for this match. By the way, it's Barry Windham, Great Muta, for the championship. What is it? This is the
NWA World Championship.
Yeah, the NW. This is the big gold belt.
This is under NWA rules, so no throwing your opponent over the top rope or ramming someone's head in the steel post. So NWA blows.
Flair kills it on commentary, though.
Yes.
Too bad WWE doesn't trust him now.
That's fair.
Reminder: Great Muta is really, really fucking good at wrestling, and he's gonna carry Barry Windham throughout this.
I wouldn't say that.
I think that's exactly.
I don't think anybody carried anybody. I think it was like. I gotta say, like, I was fully expecting to think that, like, to enjoy this match, but it was a pretty bad match. It was really slow, pretty sloppy. Windham basically kicked Muta's ass for 25 minutes, but save for like one or two little segments in the match. Not a very good match.
So many sleeper holds. This match was fucking boring, Donnie.
I wrote Muta thoroughly outclassed Windham, but Windham got in his offense and looked like a force.
It's weird. It's weird because if Roman Reigns was selling for an entire match, you would tell me the other guy was carrying him.
Not the best technical match, but it told a good story and was worthy of the championship.
It told no story.
It did. No, because Flair was there to help.
The end was good, like after the match. Yeah,
I wrote,
Flair is good on commentary, but he's not telling a story in the ring. That's what the wrestlers are supposed to do.
I wrote the Great Nakamura, please.
Hopefully not like this. And let's get before this match even starts. This fucking referee is the worst. Void of any charisma, has no desire to be there. You could barely hear him. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
that guy did suck. Was that Randy Anderson? I don't remember.
He doesn't even deserve to have a name mentioned.
We're not name checking him. I'm erasing that. I'll go back to edit that out.
Ventura, by the way, during the match goes, the Great Muta, and I quote, won't get no sushi for a year in Japan if he loses.
It's so offensive, dude. And Flair said something really offensive, too.
In the North Carolinians, they hated Muta.
Did you get there at that? Did you get there at that? You almost lost it there.
He was there.
You're criticizing?
Yeah, in my glass house with no panes of glass left, I'm throwing stones at you, yes.
Tell me all about Schiavone, all right?
Schiavone, listen, at least I know that North Carolinians, come on.
Nope, Carolinians, so there you go. They booed Muta this whole time, which I think probably got Meltz really upset when he was watching this.
He's like, people in North Carolina are dumb idiots. They don't know the boots. Like I know the boots.
The moots.
Great
moots.
GM, I call him. Me and GM are going out for the night.
TGM.
Still Great Muta.
The game.
Okay, let's
Oh, Mel.
I didn't hate this as much as you guys did. I like Muta a lot. Maybe it's just my bias towards Muta. I thought Barry Windham was the best member of, or the best fourth member of the Horsemen, but he was clearly still the fourth member.
You want to know something funny?
He's better than Paul Roma. I'll give him that.
Back when we did a draft from like that era, you were gonna take Ole Anderson, who you called Ole Anderson, as your fourth guy, and like I like snorted in derision, and then you're like, no, I mean Barry Windham. So you thought Ole Anderson was the better fourth.
I prefer Ole Anderson.
Ole Anderson was the man.
As opposed to New Anderson, I like the old Anderson. I mean, come on. And
I got another question for you.
Hold on. That's the top two. I would say it's Ole Anderson and Barry Windham between those two, and I think it's Barry Windham. But I mean, Ole Anderson's your number two choice. What's your number two?
Stop saying Ole Anderson.
Don't say Ole English, right, Donnie?
Yeah, you don't say it Ole English.
It's Ole.
Exactly.
Did you like the end of this match where Flair went into the ring and put the belt on Windham?
Well, the tension that it had. No, because
did you like it? Did you like it or no?
You say this is like Roman Reigns, and that's dumb because it's not at all like that.
Now, I'm not going to say that. Did you like it or no?
Just answer the question.
Answer the question.
Yes, I did.
If Triple H went in the ring and put the title on someone like Flair did to Windham, Donnie would accuse him of burying talent.
That's true.
Am I wrong?
No, because if hold on a minute. At this time, the difference was how old was Ric Flair? How old was Ric Flair at this time?
Like 33 or something?
No, he was late 30s. I was almost positive.
It's like 34.
But he was just coming back from WWF and clearly going for the championship, worthy of the championship. Right now, I'd be saying he's burying people because Triple H doesn't deserve to be around the championship any longer. He's past that point of his career. It's stupid for him to be champion. It wasn't stupid in 1993 to put the championship with Ric Flair or have.
He was 44 years old then.
He was 44?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Born in 49.
Well, you know what the difference was? Even at 44 years old, which is what Triple H is now,
so you're going off your whole your whole premise is destroyed now.
No, I'll say the same thing. At 44 years old, Ric Flair was a legitimate championship contender and should have been. Triple H is not now. Sorry, he's a fucking authority figure, and it doesn't make sense. Sorry.
Well, that's not even the point. The point is, like, any time in Triple H's history of being a wrestler, you would have made this argument, not just now.
But this told a story. These guys had fucking a relationship previous.
You would ignore that, like, if Triple H did it to Shawn Michaels or whoever.
I just disagree. I think you're 100% wrong, and your face is stupid. So, any other comments before we go to the main event?
This match sucked.
Yeah, not a good match.
We also got, before we get to the main event, we also had one more final Bischoff Johnny Be Good segments.
No, wasn't there another one after the show?
yeah, there was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was.
Okay,
so I have a note here about that.
It's the penultimate one then. Whatever. It was awful still. Big Van Vader with Harley Race defeated Sting, and you're like that hot up and coming Sting. Oh, I'm so happy Sting mentioned White Castle Fear on Table for 3. I had never seen this full pay-per-view. But we had just watched this match. Well, I had just watched this match because of this video. This led up to it. We got the whole video now. Now they're just like, whatever, you waited. Now we're gonna be the whole video. It's all-time legend status. This video. It's one of my favorite wrestling videos of all time because of the hilarity of it. Him with like what is Vader wearing? He's got like a polar bear skin on.
Yeah.
And he picked it up off his floor. It used to be
what is fucking Harley Race doing with a black turtleneck and a sport jacket? Like,
cold.
It's like vintage villain right there.
It really is. Like, he was on the cutting edge of that shit. It's very funny. He's like the new Bond villain, but 20 years too soon.
I have some questions, Donnie.
Go ahead.
Why did they try to make Sting the Terminator in these videos? Why is it called the White Castle of Fear? Why is it called a lights-out leather strap match?
Because hold on, one question at a time.
These are all good questions.
Give me the first one again. I'll answer each one.
Why did they try to make Sting the Terminator?
Because he worked with the Terminator, and the comparisons are obvious. They're all there.
He worked with RoboCop. He should have been RoboCop.
Oh, that's true. He's trying to be RoboCop. That's right. He doesn't look like, because he's got purple leather, so he's obviously, or blue leather, he's obviously not Terminator.
I don't know. The glasses scream Terminator.
No. Yeah, you can say that, but that was just 80s glasses. But the hair and the suit scream RoboCop. Go ahead, next.
He was Cyclops.
Why is it called the White Castle of Fear?
Because they obviously love the hamburgers. Next question.
Sponsored by
Why is it called... Yeah, all right, so since we're talking about it, why isn't White Castle sponsor us, Donnie? I'm sure you eat there every week.
There's no White Castles in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah, we don't have any either.
I've never been to a White Castle restaurant my entire life.
Me neither.
Next question.
Why is it called a lights out leather strap match?
Because when you're supposed to knock your opponent out, so you're knocked out, your lights are out. It wasn't until much later until stupid Vince McMahon's like, I'm going to literally take lights out to the next level.
Smart.
We need to run back what the full name of the match was, because it wasn't just that. Here's what they said it was called, the announcer, Gary Michael Capetta. Castle of Fear, lights out, leather strap match, not sanctioned by WCW.
Mm-hmm.
That rolls right off the tongue.
It did. Does. When you look back to the annals of time, it's that at the top of the list. A full sentence long. I said huge ovation for Sting or WCW John Cena, except good.
Okay.
Unjustified.
Okay, it's real though. He had a huge ovation regardless. Sting whipping Big Van Vader broke skin, and it looked brutal.
When he was hitting him, it didn't even look like he was getting him that good though. I
mean, it made noise.
He fucking bladed his back. All right.
He bladed his back. No, he didn't fucking blade his back.
He did the back blade.
No, he didn't. No, he fucking didn't. It was
the classic back blade.
Harley Race came over with a razor blade and started blading his back.
Probably, yeah. I buy it.
Checking him.
He's just like sitting there. He's got the claws on that like Alexa Bliss has, and just runs it around her back.
He's Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger in her back.
I don't know how you guys are even understanding or figuring out what was going on in this match, because I need the big fucking green and red lights on the turnbuckles.
To be honest, I agree. Like, not even gonna lie about it.
I hate these touch turnbuckle strap matches.
Yeah,
it's stupid because the finish didn't make sense when you think about it.
I didn't understand that at all.
Because they're like, okay, you have to drag your opponent with you to each turnbuckle. Okay, so Vader, here's the finish. Vader touches the 3 turnbuckles while dragging Sting. And then they're kind of like still by the 3rd turnbuckle, and Vader's trying to go, but Sting won't. So Sting kicks him clear across the ring, and he touches the 4th one.
As soon as you kick him, that should be it.
They say the match is over. Well, not even that. But he didn't drag Sting with him to the 4th turnbuckle. So how does that count?
Stupid.
This didn't
that's like
make sense.
That's among the first in a long line of shitty booking in WCW.
No. This goes back to this fucking kind of match, because what was it? Sheamus and Mark Henry. Who was it?
Yeah.
They had a strap match.
It was
Cena and Rusev had a strap.
These are always the worst, dude.
But when Triple H and The Rock had a strap match at Fully Loaded, 98 or 99, did they have to touch the turnbuckles? I could have sworn that was just a pinfall match.
That could be but that's different. Like when I look at Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper and their dog collar match, and that was we're just strapped to each other and we're gonna beat the shit out of each other and pin you. You know what I mean? But in that sense, being strapped wrist to wrist. Yeah. I could see. I know there was one they did. Maybe it was TNA with the cowbell in the middle, and they fucking were hitting each other with it. And
that was James Storm, I think.
Yeah. So right? I mean those kind. I would rather.
Didn't JBL have a match like that too?
I'd rather have strap matches end in fucking like last man standing essentially or whatever. But
I think it would be better to have actual like pinfall or last man standing and not touching turnbuckles would be way better.
Turnbuckles touching is
because the point of it is still true. Like you're strapped to each other and you can't run away from each other. So
that's the purpose of it. Well, this regardless of the touching the post, this was a fucking brutal match. Vader's gushing blood from his fucking.
It was good in terms of a strap match for sure.
If you take
good for a hardcore match.
If you take out the turnbuckle bullshit, this was a very good match. These straps matches usually suck, but this one was one of the best because of the content before the turnbuckle bullshit.
Yeah, so I just looked it up. Triple H versus The Rock at Fully Loaded 99 was pinfall. And it made it so much better.
Yes, exactly. And that's been our complaint with these matches for fucking ever. So
yeah.
And I said this match This ending was perfect and kept the feud going. Oh, wait. Sting fought the Prisoner, a.k.a. Nails, at the next pay-per-view.
Oh, Nails.
So
how did they get away with having him do the same exact gimmick?
I don't. They just changed the name, and it wasn't. It was way less creative.
Let's make it more obvious. The Prisoner.
They're like, we got this.
The jail guy.
The jail guy. Yeah, that our new addition, the plumber. This is dumb.
Joe Hopper.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was the joke. Hi. Yeah, that was it. I fucking absolutely thought this match was, besides the stupid turnbuckle shit, was awesome. Again, like I said, my favorite was Cactus Jack Paul Orndorff, but this was definitely awesome too. I'd say my second favorite was Too Cold Benoit, though. This was probably third.
Too Cold Benoit was unquestioned best match in my mind. Then Sting and Vader, which was a good brawl. Then Cactus Jack Orndorff, which was an entertaining brawl, and then the rest of the card was shit.
I liked seeing Davey Boy, Rock and Roll Express. It was good to see them because they made me feel good about myself. Same with Max Payne.
You look like them, though.
And Ric Flair being around was really cool for that championship match. Fair?
Not really.
Okay, Mike Chiori, you're the Melts now. Give me a star rating, a grade, an emoji. Give me something. Rate this pay-per-view.
I'm being the Melts, so I have to give it a star. I would give it.
I'm just saying, just grade it.
Well, I'll tell you what I wrote because it wasn't even. This is just a comment. This pay-per-view was not good at all, aside from two and a half matches maybe, and lulls at even suggesting this was better than Royal Rumble 2001 as you did. Lulls.
This was absolute. Well, in what context did I say that?
You said this is better than.
Yeah, it had to have been lying voice because I don't know, but you know what? I'll say that coverage wise, I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed. So
you're going back on what you did say.
No.
Our coverage of the Rumble 2001 was definitely better than this.
No, I disagree. I thought this was better.
No way.
Oh, I got.
Well, okay. I would say our coverage of this was probably better because it was worse.
I think there was just more to talk about, and WCW is more fun.
Yeah, more shitty things to talk about. Agreed.
I see. You're just being ignorant in your face.
No, I'm being honest.
BG?
I thought the main event was good. Benoit Scorpio was really good. Love seeing the Hollywood Blondes. Cactus Jack was pretty good. Seeing Dave was pretty good. I'll give it a 5.5, 6.
I gave it a 7. I thought there was definitely some suck ass points, and we hit a stretch there.
Just lose a lot of points. It has a shit ring. It's fucking blue and yellow and all these fucking colors. Referees don't want to be there. Ring announcers don't want to be there.
The production itself was horrible. The announcers aside, anybody who talked besides Ventura.
No, because
if you look at WWF at this time,
go look at WWF.
It was a lot better.
I literally did, and it was just as bad.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No,
it wasn't.
I gave this. You know what? I changed my mind. I gave this 4 stars. Me and the Melts gave this 4 stars. No, I take that back. I gave it 3.5 stars.
You're a liar.
Okay. I'll give it 2.
PG?
Now I have to go to stars?
Stars!
You gotta figure out how to convert your 5.5 out of 10 to out of 5 stars.
I'm assuming that's like 2
stars.
Like 2 2/3 stars.
2.75.
2.5 stars.
Is that it for our coverage of this pay-per-view? SuperBrawl III, 1993. Is that it?
How about this? It doesn't even end on Sting and Vader. We go to 2 shit interviews. One with Barry Windham, which was horrible, and then we look what
his jacket. Though, hold on, his outfit with his like diamond. He looked like he was from the Southwest with his topaz and shit. It looks like he shops on QVC and shit.
We close the show with Missy Hyatt and Johnny B. Bad saying they have a party to go to.
Yep. I bet you Missy Hyatt.
Johnny goes, even bad boys like a good party.
Yeah.
That's how the show ended. Do
you think Missy Hyatt got laid at that party?
30 times.
Every guy got laid.
30 times! Oh, that's not fair.
Get her on the show, Les.
I will.
Yeah, actually.
That's fine. Actually, that'd be a really good interview.
Get both of them. There's a lot of people that should be on this show already.
We've had a lot of people that are on this show. But
get Missy Hyatt and Sonny.
We should have Vader. We should have Sting.
Woo! Okay. You know what? A huge thank you to our friend, the L Fern. The L Fern.
The L Fern.
The Fern. For
Norfernman.
So he went on patreon.com/ringrustradio. He found the Ring Rust Retro tab. He clicked on it. He donated. He picked a pay-per-view, and now you're hearing it. Do you have a pay-per-view from your childhood that you love so much, or that you watched recently and sucked ass and think it'd be hilarious to make us watch it? Like fucking Your House DX.
Fucked up.
But that makes for good radio. If you find an awful... What was the one, Mike Chiari?
DX.
No, what was Mike Chiari? The Mick Foley with the horror shop match?
That was
92?
Halloween Havoc.
92,
yeah,
93?
Don't give them ideas.
Because that would be a really good one. Because I'd love to talk about how Mankind had to climb up, turn the switch off to turn it back on to kill Abdullah the Butcher.
I vividly remember watching the tape, the whole video of that when I was a kid, and thinking, like, this is...
Yes, that would be a very fun one to cover. But yeah, so how do you do that? Patreon.com/ringrustradio. You go to the Ring Rust Retro portion of that. You donate. We feed you some of the greatest content you've ever eaten, and then you enjoy it. And that's it. That's for Ring Rust Retro. Any other comments before we move on, folks? Nothing. Let's do it.